Alright, it tells me I'm live. So, welcome to Live Steemy. Okay, I have to switch off my headphones so I don't hear myself all the time. Great. Okay, so yeah, I hope this all works. Sound is good. Picture is clear. My programs all show me that this works. Steemy is moving. Everything seems to work fine. Alright, I want to talk about the bot wars that are, well, I'm using the wrong gestures here. Should do a downvote actually, because it's all about downvoting posts and comments and the problem that some people have in the Steam community, that you can buy votes with upvote bots, and you can promote your post with that. The problem is not so much the promotion itself, but rather that people can abuse that in order to put rubbish posts onto the Steam blockchain and get a lot of money for that. And what we have seen here is that the user Bernie Sanders, who is also the owner of the popular Randawhale bot, has withdrawn all his power. Let's see, where's this post here? I think it was here. Re-steamed it 6 days ago, saying end Randawhale. The service is being discontinued and will not do any more upvotes. And that means 7 days it takes that the Steam power is going back to wherever it came from, maybe to Bernie Sanders or one of his other accounts, and that will be this Friday. And as he also said in another post here, this is directed at, let's see, is that the right one? Yeah, this is Bernie, directed at Build Team and the Crypto Drive. I think these guys are those that are running the Minibooster services, and he's saying that he's going to downvote some of these posts. He doesn't like that they upvote their own posts. He doesn't like that some people are using the power to upvote rubbish posts, and it has already worked actually, which is quite interesting. Minibooster has, when we look at the Minibooster account here, put the latest post of them as non-payout, while all the other previous posts were all payout. And they received so much delegated Steam power that they have these high upvotes now for their posts. And yeah, this is an interesting thing. I'm not saying they should do that. I mean, of course, it's their right somehow to do that when they have these Steam power. That's how Steemit and the Steam blockchain works. Let's have a look at their wallet. They have currently 400,000 Steam power here. That's much less than they used to have. And they have their own 124,000 Steam power there. So yeah, they're not doing that anymore. So this is interesting, and what I want to talk and discuss here is not so much that what Bernie Sanders is bad or something, like downvoting posts, but more like, first of all, the possibility of downvoting in the first place. I think he has currently doesn't have much for 1,000 Steam, but he receives all the Steam power. I think it will be over 500,000 Steam power, because that's what he had split between Randawhale and all these other Randawhale accounts that he used to have, Randawhale 1 and 2 and Trail and whatsoever. So there will be a lot of downvote power. And when he does that and people use the Minibooster service, which they can use in order to upvote their posts and, well, not necessarily make a lot of money with it, but push their posts into the trending categories, but also make a little bit of profit, because every time you use Minibooster it's profitable, and therefore, well, the argument that you take something out of the reward pool is certainly valid. If you get a payout with a, sorry, wrong gesture here, if you get a payout with Minibooster where you made a profit, you are taking something out of the reward pool. Not quite sure how I shall react to that, because Steemy, myself, I have used upvote bots since the very first time I heard about Randowale, which was, I think, the first week on Steemit, or the first few weeks on Steemit. And Randowale was the first one, which started something in June, July, something like that, I guess. At least that's when I heard from it. And yeah, I used it a lot. And later came all these bit bots like Booster and so on. And Belly Rub and all these others that made it even more attractive. But right now, and this is interesting, all these bots are not so interesting anymore, because we have now the Steam upvote bot tracker, which is a really good tool. Check out here, this is terrible URL, but that's how it is. It's really cool. If you haven't used it yet, check it out, because you don't have to worry anymore about doing anything for any research for these bidding bots. They're all tracked here, and they tell you exactly when to use, how much it's still profitable. Like here, this new one, Appreciator, has $28 still profitable within the next 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure that it will disappear. You see Build-A-Whale that has $62 here. So if you're I could send now a bid to Build-A-Whale and maybe get a profitable bid. Probably not, because other people use this as well, and when they see that in the last 5 minutes this is still profitable, they just send as much money as they can, so this will go down to 0. And that means that before we had this tool, people were using these bots blindly, basically, and now they can use it and calculate it. And there are a lot of people who really farm these bots up to the last cent. And they don't necessarily have good content, and that is a problem. That is a problem. However, if you have good content, then it's really cool. Then it's really cool that you can use these bots in order to get more recognition on Steemit, because I mean, this is how it works, right? We have these trending and hot categories here, and let me use a different layout here so we see more. And you will not get here if you have not a fellowship that upvotes you highly, or if you have the luck that some people will find you and like your content. And this is just not happening for new users usually, so upvote bots help. On the other hand, I don't want to promote upvote bots at all. I think they have step by step become something like an annoyance, because people rely on it. I relied on it for such a long time, and I burned all my Steam-backed dollars I made in the last 4 months. I would say like 90% of all my Steam-backed dollars that I earned, I put into upvote bots. And I didn't necessarily make a lot of money with that. I just upvoted myself. And if I calculate that, I'm happy when I make 50-cent profit from an upvote bot. And that was even the case back then, although a few months ago you even had the chance to make dozens of dollars win, because so few people used it. And now the same thing is still valid, because even with the Steambot tracker you can technically make a big profit. Look, there's still Build-A-Whale is now turned green, has like 8 minutes to go or something, and still at $62. But I'm sure that before it goes down to 0, the time, this will also go down to 0, and that basically means there's no profit to make. It's only for promotion. Alright, let's go deeper into what's happening here with Bernie and MinoBooster. So first of all, let me open up Discord here and open up the right channel and show you guys. Oh my god, where did my MinoBooster channel go? Here it is. Let me move it to my other monitor. Alright, here we have my Discord, and we are currently at the MinoBooster channel, and we see here the public MinoBooster news from Reggie Muffin talking about this. Hey folks, we want to celebrate the Wild West week. Bernie is undelegating and shutting down Randowale to flag all who buy from us. And since that is a week away, which now is basically over tomorrow, so that if that starts, it will start tomorrow. So a week away. We now have a Wild West week. All limits are gone. So this is also crazy. They don't have any limits anymore, so you can upvote as high as Mini Booster is capable of, I guess. Luckily, they don't have as much power anymore, because that would be terrible if people are now with the worst content can upvote themselves. But I think they still have their mechanics to avoid that, so I don't think that Mini Booster declared open season here for their upvoting power. It's just that they say they can't really control anything right now in this situation, so they just stopped all the limits. Not quite sure what I want to think about that, but I get the point. I mean, they receive money, people get their upvote, and if this is all being countered by Bernie Sanders with downvotes, then that service doesn't make sense anymore, and everyone is in uproar about that. So very interesting stuff. So this is the official Mini Booster announcement, and this is now over. Let me go back to, it's not over, but the week is basically over and it's about to happen. And then we see, wait a second, I got all these things here open. Build team didn't really react on that. Then there's Texlat. Texlat is a user who has actually nothing to do with any of that. She's not involved with any service or upvote bot, but she got into the crossfire between Bernie Sanders and Mini Booster. I talked to her on Discord just a few minutes ago, and she told me that how it all happened, and then she made a comment about this and asking Bernie in one of these posts what better solution he has, and she annoyed him. I don't know exactly what she told him. I think I can scroll up here in the conversation I had with her earlier, and I think she asked him for a better solution of what he thinks that Mini Booster could do to support the community. And she said that she offered her help to Mini Booster, or to many people actually, to Utopian, Curator, Build Team, and so on. And the guys from Mini Booster started this Mega Boost whitelist. So let's have a look at what this is about. Here's the Mini Booster profile, and they had this whitelist announcement a week ago or something. Here, join the Mini Booster whitelist for Mega Boost. And that was basically asking for permission to be one of, I don't know, 50 or 100 people who are allowed to do higher upvotes than the rest of the community using the Mini Booster service. And by then they still had all this delegated Steam power, which would have the worth of over $200 or something like that. I also applied for that service, just to be clear about this, but I never used it. I'm not sure if I'm on the whitelist or not. I didn't get any feedback there, and I didn't see anything. But I think this is out of the question now anyway. And with the situation going on, I think nobody really wants to use Mini Booster from tomorrow on, because you don't know what's happening. Alright, so this was the whitelist, and then Texlat got offered her support to go through the whitelist applications and check out if they are good or not good, and if they do good content and so on. She volunteered, and it was nice, and she discovered some artists and authors, and she felt she was helping the community. And then there was this thing where Bernie posted a threat against Build Team. I'm just reading from the chat here right now. I'm quoting her basically. And I made the stupid mistake of commenting. I asked what he thought was a better idea than Mini Booster for Minnows, and he exploded on me right off. And then from that point on, it got a little bit, or a lot, ugly, and Bernie started name calling her and sent his army of bots. He doesn't have only Bernie Sanders and Randaway, but he also has Next Gen Crypto and Engagement. Probably, I'm not quite sure about that. This is what Texter is saying here. I haven't really double checked that. And then they're all downvoting her now, all comments, all posts, and so on. We have seen stuff like this before, and Bernie is known for doing things like that. So he's like the Bernie has the lowest reputation on Steam. He has -19. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's a bad guy or that you should hate him or not like his content. I mean, he has a very extreme position on the anarchy system that Steam is, and that's the thing. Steam is an anarchy system. Sorry that I don't use so many emotions. Let me bring in some emotions here. This is angry. I'm actually not angry that Steam is an anarchy system. I like that Steam is an anarchy system. So I should use the kiss mouth here. Steam is anarchy and that it's great. The problem is that you can, well, abuse it in a way, and I think that Bernie has a lot of good points for what he is fighting for. He's fighting for that there were pre-mined Steam that is now in the hands of a few founders like Ned, for example. He doesn't like that. I'm not quite sure if that is actually true with the pre-mined Steam. I know that they have a lot, so kind of makes sense. It's not really cool, but I don't understand enough to really have an opinion about that, I guess. I think it's fine because they were the founders of the blockchain and made everything, so it's kind of a common thing in IP, intellectual property, or in capitalism. I don't know. On the other hand, I mean, Bernie Sanders has a name from a politician in the United States who is fighting for more socialist ideas, I guess. I'm a German, so saying that is quite funny for me because Bernie Sanders is far from socialist than I could ever imagine. He's not even social democrat in many ways. He's just American. He's just having a completely different opinion about these things than Europeans, for example. I'm not saying it's bad or worse, just trying to throw a light at what this is about. So I assume that Bernie has a little bit more socialist tendencies, but this is also just completely, like I said, assumed. I don't know about that, and I'm not criticizing that either. It's just it's just an opinion, I guess. So that makes sense when he doesn't like the fact that Net had pre-mined Steam, because that gives a lot of power into the hand of one. Again, I use the wrong gesture here. I'm sorry for that. But I don't have a down gesture here. Let me go through my hands. Here, I should use the fist. Ah, angry fist, angry face. Ned, why do you have so much Steam? Why do you give it to everyone else? I don't know. Guys, this is how it is for now. The question here is, so is Bernie allowed to do this? And yes, of course, he is allowed to use his power against TechSlut. Is that good? Is that ethical? That's a completely different question. Is that good for Steemit? And is it good that she is now saying she wants to quit Steemit and you should too, and everything is as rubbish and bullshit here? She's angry, and right so. She doesn't have much to do with all that, and got hit in the crossfire. And when you can see here her communication with Bernie and everything, it's terrible. But it's terrible on both ends, so I'm not just saying that Bernie is bad and she is good. I mean, I talked with her and I sympathize with her because she's kind of the victim here, but nevertheless, that's the anarchy system, and Bernie is fighting for something. So yeah, it's very, very difficult to get a proper opinion about this. I think in general people should be nice to each other. People should be nice to each other, right? So it's not nice to name call and to destroy opportunities here in Steam. I mean, TechSlut seems to be just a person who wants to steam a little bit. She wants to earn a little bit of money, and she's not so much involved in these things. So she's probably not the right person to get all that anger. Maybe Bernie should concentrate more on the actual people who are involved in these things that he doesn't like Minobooster, for example, and we will see more about that maybe tomorrow. So yeah, this is something I'm very sorry to see. I never really like to see when people fight, and particularly when it gets ugly like this. So this is not nice. I'm sorry to see her being in such a in such a corner by Bernie. So this is not cool. Everything else what Bernie did so far is, I don't really think he's a nice guy, but he doesn't need to be a nice guy. But he should be at least have some respect for small Steemians. I think that's important. But I think it's good that he is pointing out things that might potentially harm Steam and Steemit. I'm not saying that MinoBooster is harming anyone. It's just, it's a controversial topic, isn't it? We don't really know where this is all going. So let me continue here now with, wait a second, Utopian IO, the project from Ilya. So let's start with this other post here. So here's Ilya with a post 2 days ago where he is he does a lot of posts. He started Utopian IO, this platform that allows developers to earn Steam for open source projects, for developments, for helping, basically anything that is related to open source projects. And to GitHub, this platform for open source projects, Ilya has made the bridge to Steam, to the Steam blockchain. Amazing website, amazing project. I think the most important project on the Steam blockchain since Steam was created. This is something that has huge potential. Huge. So however, he has now 3.6 million Steam power on the Utopian IO bot that is upvoting all the contributors from the Utopian IO website. And he's also posting his post under Utopian IO, and so he himself gets these high upvotes. So like here, Utopian IO was the highest spot upvoting his post, over $100. And then Bernie came and argued about this somewhere. Wait a second, where's Bernie? We had Bernie here somewhere. I think he might have, oh, he's on the top actually. Here's my feedback. Stop using your sponsors to upvote your post to $100 plus, or else you're going to end up wasting a lot of voting power countering what I'm going to throw at you. So yeah, Bernie he doesn't, I think Bernie likes Utopian. He doesn't really say that, just my feeling. I think Bernie likes the idea of Utopian. He's just, wherever there's a lot of Steam power delegated to, people use it to upvote stuff, and usually that becomes then the next big thing, or controls all the trending. So we see a lot from Ilya these days. And don't get me wrong, I love Utopian and I post there now myself. And just yesterday I got a $40 upvote just from Utopian for doing a Steemy tutorial for the Steam Plus plug-in, the browser extension, and it was cool. That's great. So I'm benefiting from the system. However, I also think that Bernie is just in this case trying to bring things on, I don't know, on another level. He doesn't like that he's getting $100. Of course, that's just his opinion, and I think Ilya has earned even more in ways because sorry, because he's doing so much for the platform. Even he quit his job and everything. I don't really think that he is raping the reward system at all. I think he's doing a great job and he has earned these things. So not too much of a deal. Then when we look here at Noisy, who did a really cool post about Utopian IO now trending on a Polish Reddit website, and giving all these details and what it does and how important this is and so on, and he got a high upvote from Utopian as well. Or at least I thought so. Utopian doesn't pop up here at all. He got a lot of downvotes though from some people. Next Gen Crypto, here this is probably one of these accounts from Bernie Sanders. We don't really know that, but seems to be like that. And then Bernie has commented here Correcting the rewards on this post for you, Noisy. Noisy asks, what did I do wrong? And then Bernie, nothing, but a post with 129 views doesn't really deserve such a high reward. That's all, dude. I didn't mean to completely erase the rewards. And then Noisy and Elia, they are talking about this, and other people are jumping in, but Bernie is not giving any more feedback here. So this is it. And I find it interesting. Again. So I'm not really saying this is bad or good. It's just interesting. So this kind of post, in Bernie's view, didn't earn that much money. And he's entitled to have that opinion, and according to his Steam power, he also has, because that's the system how Steam works, the power to downvote it and now say, okay, I don't wanna make a big deal out of this. It's a post that has value, but it hasn't the value that it got here through the upvote bot, and he's correcting that with his own power. Yeah, it's tricky. So I wanna ask you guys out there, what do you think about the possibility of downvoting? Do you think it's a good thing on the Steam blockchain that you can downvote content? Do you think it is helpful? Do you think it is counter beneficial? Like in cases like these here, where we see that some people are suffering from that who put a lot of work into it. So like Noisy, he put a lot of work into this, and I mean, it seems like it was a good thing that brought people to Steam. So I think these kind of posts are the best thing you can do in order to make Steam more valuable and create a larger interest. Do you think it's good to use downvoting in order to press agendas like Bernie does? Bernie thinks, okay, upvote bots are bad, or maybe I'm just putting words in his mouth. He didn't say that he has his own, or he had his own render whale. He probably even started the whole thing in a way, but he never anticipated where it was going like this. So do you think that it's a great way or a bad way? Do you think Bernie is a dictator, or rather someone who's doing something valuable for the community? And now I want to go more into detail about this, why people could think that, because at first you could say, oh no, Bernie is he's just a bully, he's just a bad guy, why is he doing something like that? And you could be super angry about him. But then on the other hand, you can see, okay, look, here's Axa, for example. Axa is he's a really cool guy from California, quite a popular Steamian, I would say. And he says, I love you, Bernie. I will admit I feared you before and complained and whined about your behavior, but now I love you. I was wrong, I was so wrong. You are protecting the platform. At First Sticken, who is the owner of Booster, on Steamspeak.com chat is talking about it, and this is amazing. I love it, man, this is so amazing. You really are representing the people's interest. We have a real gem in this post, and we should really study it for future generations. So I'm not quite sure why Axa said that under this post, because I think that his appreciation for Bernie was probably not at the right place in Texlat's post, where she was unhappy that she's getting all the downvotes. So I think that was a little bit out of place, but in general I agree with him. Bernie is doing some things that you don't have to like. You don't have to like that, but he is moving the community into a direction. He should, in my opinion, concentrate away from individuals like Texlat, who's, I mean, she didn't do much that deserved that much of his attention. Instead, he should look at the big players, and he's doing that. So again, it's a very controversial thing, and I don't really know what to think about it myself. I don't know what to think about Bernie. I don't know what to think about downvoting possibilities. To be honest, at first I hated it. I thought it's a really bad, stupid thing to downvote anything. I mean, even on YouTube I always thought that's rubbish. Why do they even have that? And then on Facebook I was always happy that they don't have a downvote button. However, if we look at Steemit we see tons of content that is just, well, not that, rather that, rather awkward, rather bad, rather stolen, cheater style, right? People are just copy pasting stuff from other people, from other websites, from other Steemians. Even comments today, it was the first time I saw that someone is stealing comments and putting them on very similar posts, often from the same people, and then they get upvotes from that. That's so crazy. And I think it's good that you can downvote stuff like that. It will just show people their limits. So that's great. Alright, let me look at the comments, if there were any comments. Probably not, but let me go on YouTube here. I don't really see where I can see my comments here. Live chat. Ooh, there are a lot of people, man. It's the first time I'm looking into the live chat. Okay, let me pull this up here for you guys. So let me pull this up. There's a lot of people here. It's crazy. Okay, Steam Power Picks, Bathamanu Naptra, Ilana Brudo, Christopher Marley. Hi to all you guys. Hi to all you guys. Okay, so let's see if there were some interesting questions here along them. Alright, upvote bots would work if they were moderated and shit posters just lost their money. Yeah, that's actually something. Some bots have already done that, but that didn't really work well. But that's a concept. That's something people could think about. You could create a business out of that, I think. But it's weird. I think it's still problematic because people are still using an upvote bot. People are still using a bot, pay for visibility, and that's a bit sad. There should be better functions in the different websites using the Steam blockchain to allow people to get more visibility. But yes, as long as upvote bots exist, I agree this could be something that makes it better. But it's also difficult because it requires proof of brain, which is good. Yeah, I mean that's what Steam is all about, proof of brain. People say this is good, so I upvote it. Okay, what else? No HD. Oh yeah, I'm sorry that it's no HD because my internet is super slow. Let me find the right expression for that. Here. Tongue out to my Costa Rican providers. I need fiber technology for HD. So sorry for that, but at least 480p is you can still see my face, can't you? No, I need a grin here. Yeah, okay, it's not too bad, is it? You can still see some shapes of what I'm saying. Yeah, of what I'm showing. What I'm saying, my voice should be clear, the audio. Alright, let's continue. If Steam Cleaners was able to keep up, that would happen. Ilana Bruno. So Christopher is talking about the upvote bots that should be moderated. Yeah, so Steam Cleaner is this bot that is actually being proof of brain and everything. But yeah, I don't know about that. I never really was happy about Steam Cleaner so much because it's just either people rely on it, right? So you think, oh yeah, there's Steam Cleaner and that's great, so no more bad stuff. But that's not true. Steam Cleaner is also just a service, and then it misses stuff, so that's bad. Of course, I'm not saying that Steam Cleaner's fault, but it's just how it is with 400,000 Steam accounts. And then you think, all right. Because Steam Cleaner checked it, it's good, but it's not. It's just subjective. Everything is subjective. I mean, even a post where someone is stealing a YouTube video from someone else, let's say a trailer. Let's say a trailer that's not even from, let's say, a Marvel Studio trailer. And it's not even from the Marvel Studio YouTube account, but from a secondary account who is specialized on trailers and so on. So you take that trailer from a third party on YouTube, put it on Steemit, no words, rubbish title, or just a title from the movie, and that's it. That's it. And there are people who specialize on that. And I must say, yeah, it's kind of rubbish, and how annoying that they make money while I make the same money or less money for much more work, which is quality and so on. But hey, They can do that. That's the Steam blockchain. That's the anarchy system. If that wouldn't be intended in the first place, there would be mechanics to stop that. So there is the mechanic, of course, of downvoting that. But on the other hand, personally, I think, hey, that's cool. I want to see that trailer. I wouldn't have seen it otherwise, maybe. And if I liked it, I can upvote that person. It's in my decision. I can upvote that person with 1%, for example, and maybe it's just a cent or whatever. But I could do it. It's my right. And then, of course, I'm making that person do more videos like that or more posts like that in the future, because I'm feeding the chain, right? So it's just how it is, and not necessarily a bad thing, because it was value for me. Alright, let's continue in the comments. They don't have enough power for Steam cleaners. Yeah, they have 1 million with access to 4 more, that says Christopher. So they're going back and forth about, is Steam cleaner good and effective? Flowy, can we talk about Net's hair? Net's hair! What's about Net's hair? I don't know what's with Net's hair. Let's continue here. Yeah, I kinda lost my shit. Tried being nice. Support him forces opinion. I think they're not talking about Bernie, although they don't specifically say that. Yes, flagging is important, but the way it is right now, it's abusable. Okay, this is important here. So flagging as a system, as a function, is important. At least some people think so. I agree. But there are ways that you can just abuse it so much now. So let me make a point here. Let me make an example of what could happen. So let's say that we have a lot of people on Steemit who are in the alternative media. So let's say we have Press for Truth, we have We Are Change, and well, in a way you could probably even say the Dollar Vigilante is in a way alternative media, because he's in his niche, in his cryptocurrency niche, right? So these guys are demonetized on YouTube. They are already relying on Steemit and other platforms, smaller platforms that allow them to continue their thing. So this is great that they can do that here. But now imagine that a company or a group of individuals who are pressing political agendas. Yeah, let's go conspiracy theory. Let's say the Illuminati are coming, and they're putting money into Steemit, and that's great because Steam price goes up. But then at the same time, they can now use their Steam power to downvote alternative press. And I mean, that's really bad. That's not just an abuse. That's absolute censorship. And it's the worst thing that could probably happen to us if big people come in. Of course, then again, you can say, oh no, it was good because they bought so much Steam power and the price went up. Yeah, great, but then we have a high-priced Steam where people earn money, just like on YouTube, but as soon as you are talking about unwanted things, you don't earn any money anymore and you're being shut up. So this never happened. Yeah, this is just a theory thought. It never happened because Steemit never went really mainstream yet. But with the mechanic that we have right now, it can happen, and to be honest, I think it will happen if we don't do something about it. So that there should be tweaks to that system. But I'm sorry, but I don't really have an idea how to make it better. So let's continue here. Flagging when used for its intended purpose is needed. Yeah, right. If there's a child pornography post on Steemit, that should be downvoted, and then it disappears. The problem is, I mean, again, you can say, okay, it's now downvoted, it's being demonetized, but it's still on the Steam blockchain. What do we do about that? But that's a different topic, I guess, for another day. What do we do with totally rubbish content on the Steam blockchain? We can probably not do anything about it, at least not as it is now, because it's just saved in the Steam blockchain, and then Steemit can say, okay, we take that user, we block that user or that post, so it's not appearing on Steemit anymore. But then who says that who doesn't say that in 3 years a group of people start to do child pornography Steam website where everything is just filtering child pornography, which otherwise have been unfiltered somewhere on Steemit or somewhere else. But I'm drifting off. This is another problem of Steam. So let's concentrate on the downvoting here. Having one person in control of 3% of the power and abusing it to force his opinion on others. So the 3%, someone calculated that the 3% is what the total that Bernie owns of the Steam amount, which is still nothing compared to what others own. So that's a big problem, that most of the Steam is in the hands of a few. Old problem, we all know that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it cannot work. One group owns like 60 to 70% of the platform with zero financial investment. Yeah, that's Steemit and Net, and I don't know if Block Trades bought their Steam or is involved with them, but all these big players, they were in it from the beginning, and now they have so much Steam. Is it good? I don't know. I mean, when Net is delegating 1 million Steam to Utopian.io, that's great. When Net is delegating 1 million Steam to a user in the community because he hopes that user is an influencer and does good stuff, that's technically good, I guess. But people are flawed, so they will upvote themselves, they will upvote their friends, and in the end it leads to problems that we have seen now with plenty of people who got delegations from Net, right? That's another thing that Bernie also criticizes, that Steam power delegations are being abused. Alright, so what do we have here? Steemy, I love you. Luke, I love you as well. I love you. I don't know who you are, Luke, but you have a great name. Like, alright, Robert Call. Going forward, Steam upvotes will only be used for marketing or development. Bloggers and content creators will be paid in SMT tokens. Steam. Yeah, that's actually, Robert, I think that you might be onto something. I don't think that it will just be SMT tokens for bloggers, but Steemit is kind of like the all-inclusive platform, right? Here you find everything. Nothing is filtered except for illegal stuff, right? While on DTube you only have DTube related posts, on Utopian you only have Utopian related posts. So in this, I guess in the future it will make more sense for me, Steemy, going to Epix, the Epix SMT, with their cool live streaming app where I can make money in a more glorious, beautiful app that is specialized for something that I do. So yes, that might be something where we are going. I don't know. I guess there will also be SMT tokens for what you are saying, marketing and development. I mean, there might be a Utopian SMT. Why not? There might be a marketing SMT. Why not? So I guess in the future, Steam will just be the mother coin, and everything else will be. Most people will have their own SMTs or whatsoever. I don't really know where this is going, but interesting thing. Doesn't change anything though. That's still the same principles, still the same technology, still the same downvoting mechanisms. I'm not quite sure how you can change that in the SMTs. I think you can change quite a bit from the functionalities that you have on Steemit and Steam currently. Well, we have to see about that. Maybe you can have a platform where downvoting is deactivated, like on Busy, for example. I think on Busy you can't downvote. A lot of people like to share content. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people like to share content. That's what I said about YouTube and videos that they did themselves. That's fine. They shall share content. Maybe there should be a tag for that. Maybe there should be a category or website or something like that. Or I don't know, filters where you can say I don't want to see shared content. I don't want to upvote shared content. But it's cool. I think it's great that you have all these things. You also have, I mean, honestly, you also have these new functions like Zappel, where you have a tweet style. And then now you see people like Trafalgar with tons of Steam power upvoting his post with $130 for a Zappel post with just I don't know, less than 30 words or something like that sometimes. And well, you don't have to like it. It is what it is. I'm not criticizing it. It's just a thing, and on Steemit you see it all. On Zeppel you only see the Zeppel posts, and that's where it should all go, so in order to have the good filters. But again, we're drifting off a little bit. So let's see. There is no need to write 10 pages of text to share a trailer. That is true, exactly. There is no need to that. So why do it? You just share the trailer. Or, I mean, you can write as much as you like, but people shouldn't expect that. People shouldn't expect a 300-word blog post for a trailer that is not your own. To be honest, I think it's good that there's just a trailer. Again, you don't have to upvote it. It's up to you if you upvote it, but the content is there. I just move along. Steemit SMT will offer functional and fair distribution. Yeah, Steemit SMT will offer functional and fair distribution for that particular SMT, so that is cool. And since it will be a new cryptocurrency, just with similar functionality, it will not be Steem. Yes, you buy it with Steem. You have to buy it with Steem, and it will increase the Steem price, at least temporarily. And then depending on how much Steem power is vested through that SMT ICO, so let's say you make 10 million and you said 10% are being vested in order to have an exchange between Steem and this SMT, these 10% will be locked away, and that makes Steem more valuable. But at the same time, if you say, okay, but my SMT can do this and that, and my website can do this and that, then you can, honestly, you can completely ignore what's going on Steemit and say, but my website is much cooler. My website and my SMT do the good stuff, and that's fine. And that's, again, the anarchy. Everyone does it a little bit differently. Everyone has their own way of approaching stuff. So Ilana says alternative media is important. Yes, it is important. I think we're reaching the end here. These are the last comments we had. I translated the whole thing. There's a downvote. Now you can downvote on. Oh, now you can downvote on busy. Ilana says. All right. The SMT will have a wide distribution. A well-designed SMT distribution should not have mega whales. Well, we will see about that. I'm sure there will be SMTs with mega whales and some without. I mean, as honestly, as soon as you have an ICO, what will happen? I mean, what happens if you make an ICO with an SMT? People with money come in. That's what you're looking for, right? You want investment for your idea, and then a person with money comes in, and what does that mean? That let's say there are 10 millionaires who come in and buy 50% or more of your SMTs, and then you have the same situation. Is that bad? Is that bad? I don't know. It's just the same. It's a different thing as it happened on Steemit, since, as Bernie Sanders say, they pre-mined stuff, but now they invested in it and bought them their power. But I mean, Bernie also, I don't know where Bernie got his power from actually. Anyhow, so yeah, there will be cases like this and there will be cases like that. With a wide distribution, I don't know exactly what that means. Is it wide distributed to many people? Yeah, how do you control that if you have an ICO? I think what you could do is you could create an SMT without any ICO. I'm not an expert in finances, so laugh at me if this is completely ridiculous. But let's say you have an SMT without an ICO, and then you say, okay, distribute part of the SMTs for free to influencers, to SMT influencers, to Steemit influencers, for example. So maybe you say, okay, I like what the alternative media guys are doing on Steemit, so I give them part of the SMTs as vested into their accounts, so they cannot pay that out, but they can use it in order to participate in that new community. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? But then again, you don't have any finances to run that project. I don't know. Maybe an interesting idea. So, Bernie pre-mined, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Or they could do an airdrop ICO hybrid. Okay, I don't know what an airdrop is. I guess an airdrop is something like what I just suggested. You just put it out on the market and then you see how people react with it. Yeah, interesting. What What is Luke saying? I just made a post about the Bunker protocol and how it will be used with SMTs. Alright, check out this post here from Luke. It seems to be interesting about something that is about our conversation. I'm not quite sure what this is about. I haven't seen it yet, but check it out. Alright, I want to come to an end here. This was quite longer than I anticipated, 50 minutes, but I had a lot of fun. I'm sorry that I didn't use as many gestures and emotions here with Steemy, like these things here. I was just so concentrated on reading and talking. I really need to get into this cool puppet live streaming thing where I switch through all these emotions bum 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 more frequently, so it looks a little bit more interesting. But I think it's cool, and I'm glad that so many people tuned in. This is awesome. Before I go away, let me refresh my post actually and see if there were any important comments on the live post that I did here. Did I get any downvotes, by the way? No downvotes so far, at least I don't see any. Yay! Not yet. I gotta tip you, thank you for that. Coruscate, I'm at work now, she will look at it later. Destroy all bots, Everett Mickey. Yeah, you said that before, you don't like bots. That's good. I'm liking bots less and less. On the other hand, I mean, everything, there are bots everywhere, and they're good bots, and it's not just necessarily upvoting bots, and even those can be helpful. Alright, let's call this a day. How do we wrap this up? I just want to say all the downvotes in regards to Utopian, I think, are very unjustified. It doesn't matter if it really doesn't matter if this post got $50 or $100, and I think I can't really say how valuable that work was, but I think it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. This is very valuable for all of us. This is valuable for Bernie as well. So I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why to say 50 is good but 100 is not good? I don't get that. Again, TechSlut. Where's TechSlut? I think I clicked her away here. Haven't heard here anymore. It's also unjustified that she got all that shit concentrated. And then Minnow Booster, and also Belly Rub, who got a little bit of a downvote from Bernie the other day. I didn't talk about this today, but that is already cleared up. And then of course all the other services that are now in the crossfire. I find it very interesting what's happening there. I'm very looking forward for tomorrow and see what's going on. Will people still use Minnow Booster? Will they find a countermeasure? Will they find an agreement with Bernie? I don't know. We will see where this is leading. But I'm excited about this. Honestly, I think this is generally a good development because it creates, how do you say that in English? Friction. It creates friction where people start thinking about stuff and discussing stuff. And I mean, this video also just hopefully will help in order to change things in the future, right? And motivate people to, I don't know, improve the Steam blockchain, for example, or fork it away into something else. I don't know how all these things work. I'm not a technical guy. I'm just a floating head. So don't take my word for it. Find solutions. We are living all in this anarchy system, and it's up to us. It's not up to steemit.com, it's not up to DTube, it's not up to busy.org. It's up to us, to every single individual to contribute, to do stuff. If you're not a developer, maybe you need a big mouth, like I. Yeah? A big mouth can help in order to change things. Just like Bernie. Bernie is a big mouth, and that changes stuff. So that's good. It's not good to hurt people's feelings, but on the other hand, I mean, this is all digital. Why you should probably not get too offended by this. So again, my advice to TechStart is don't go away, don't quit Steemit, don't ask others to quit Steemit because of that. Just see it as a human flaw or whatever, and get more engaged yourself in order to make things better. Yeah? We all can learn from it. Cool. I think that's it. If you liked this live stream, please give me your upvote or your downvote if you think that was rubbish. I hope that's not the case. I gotta I gotta pay my bills with that actually. I had a lot of fun. There will be more live streams in the future. Steemy will be improved. The live streams will be improved. I'm working with K-Rex. Check out the user K-Rex from Venezuela on Steemit. He's a great illustrator. Just to give you a little sneak peek, we will do a new Steemit channel specialized on cryptocurrency videos, live stream videos, recorded videos with a new puppet. Still using my puppet technology, using this guy. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's put them away again. No one has seen that. That was sneak peek, big sneak peek. All right, thank you. How do I stop this? I don't know. First time. Oh yeah, there's a big stop streaming button on YouTube. Thank you for all the comments. It's all cool. Redrick Davis is asking for the sleepy face. Okay, one more time, sleepy face. Here with a bouncing Z. I can even look to the side now. Sadly, when I do the emotions, my mouth is not animated anymore, but it's okay. And oh god, oh my god, I gotta stop now. I gotta stop now. I think it's the 5th time I'm saying that. So thanks for all of you guys. I'm really excited. I thought no one is going to watch this, and now there are quite a few people here. So that's cool. Thanks for that. And the next live stream is coming soon. I don't know when. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. This will be a regular or an often thing. Maybe not regular, but very often. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I talk to you very soon.